Hey there folks, it's Dave Altavilla for HotHardware.com here with the new Droid Charge by Samsung. It's the second 4G LTE capable phone on Verizon's network, and it's based on a 1 gigahertz Samsung Hummingbird processor. That's a single core processor, but the chip does have a fairly robust graphics engine in there, so good multimedia capability under the hood. Has 512 meg of RAM, 512 meg of ROM, 2 gig of internal storage, and a generous 32 gig micro SD card that comes with the phone. Has a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED display with a native resolution of 800 by 480. So really nice large display here. We'll take a look at that in a minute. In with the phone, you get what you see here. You get your AC adapter and your USB to micro USB cable here for charging the phone as well as syncing it to your system at home. You get a $25 Samsung Media Hub credit card and of course, a literature pack. Let's take a look around the device next. So the Droid Charge is a well-built phone with nice stylings, really nice stylings actually, that take cues from Samsung's Focus, if you've ever seen that phone. It's a very light phone. It's 5 ounces or so, and definitely has a quality feel in the hand, but not as sturdy built, if you will, as perhaps the Thunderbolt from HTC, which is the other 4G LTE phone on Verizon's network. All plastic backing here, but the construction's nice, and the buttons are nice and large here on the bottom. Here you've got some navigation buttons, you've got the menu button, the home, back button, and search button, traditional layout there. Around the ports of the phone, you've got HDMI output, kind of nice. Power button here. Up top, you've got a headphone jack. Over on this side, you've got your volume rocker and a micro USB port right there. And front-facing 1.3 megapixel camera and rear-facing 8 megapixel camera with flash. And that camera is very capable of taking nice shots. And we'll show you that in our full review. The phone is skinned with Samsung's interface for Android 2.2, so it's a custom sort of skin and a really nice layout with customizable home screens that you can go ahead and pinch here, and you can set any one of your customized home screens to the default home screen. So perhaps you have a preferred number of apps or utilities that you like to see in your home screen. You can change that up and then pick that home screen to set as your main home screen. We've got the stock setup here, which shows you the weather, the date, and the time, and that's a really nice interface in general. The icons are nice and large, and it's very good contrast and nice bright colors here for generally navigating around the phone. And the screen is again a 4.3-inch Super AMOLED display with really nice viewing angles, as you can see, and a little bit of glare naturally on this glossy panel like this, but contrast, color, and brightness is just super. We've got it turned up pretty bright right now, and again, one of the nicest display technologies in the market currently, Super AMOLED. And we forgot to mention, actually, there's the speaker right there on the back of the phone. To get into the phone and access your SD card, your SIM card, not quite thrilled with the design. It's a little on the flimsy side. You got to kind of peel off the skin here, and that plastic cover is removed. But it does allow the phone to be much lighter, the fact that this light plastic cover is used. Really large 1600 milliamp hour battery that is supposedly capable of delivering up to 8 to 10 hours of talk time and 280 hours of standby. And here you can see your 4G LTE SIM card right there and your micro SD card right there. So to unlock the phone, just slide the little puzzle piece over and you're greeted with the home screen. Again, Samsung's skin of Android 2.2 is actually really nice. Nice bright colors, good contrast, large icons, very easy navigation. The phone is fairly responsive navigating around here. It responds fairly well. Again, the processor under the hood is fairly capable, single core 1 gigahertz Hummingbird processor. Samsung bundles a ton of apps onto this phone. You get the standard Android apps, things like Places, Gmail, Google Search, what have you. But you also get a ton of bloatware. You get things like Let's Golf 2 trial and all kinds of different bloatware loaded onto this phone, but some very useful apps as well. Of course, the Marketplace is there, Rhapsody's there, the Kindle app is there, the Blockbuster app. Some of these are going to be useful for some of you, but Others are going to find that this bloatware just needs to be uninstalled, plain and simple. Let's take a look around at a little bit more responsiveness and capability of the phone from a performance standpoint. So one of the things we really liked about the phone was its on-screen keyboard, and typing on it was really nice with nice feedback, click, audible, as well as a little bit of vibration response when you type on the keyboard. And again, just a nice comfortable typing experience, on-screen typing experience. Here we pulled up our favorite website. Hopefully it's your favorite too. And as you can see, we're loaded up now. This is over an 802.11n wireless connection. It does have 802.11bgn Wi-Fi on board, and the phone responds pretty well to adjustments in orientation with the accelerometer. And as you can see, pinch and zoom is also nice and responsive. Certainly some strides have been made in terms of Android responsiveness to pinch and zoom and swipe capability. So, a good responsive experience on this phone. Perhaps not the fastest processor under the hood. There are certainly some dual core 1 gigahertz Tegra 2 devices out there these days, but Hummingbird for Samsung is a solid media processor and general purpose handset processor. So let's take a look around at some benchmarks real quick and we'll wrap this up. And here we are running the Neo Core benchmark on the Charge, and as you can hear, it's got a fairly loud speaker on board. One of the nicest sounding speakers we've actually heard in a handset. It was impressive, actually. And this graphics benchmark was put up by Qualcomm to demonstrate the graphics capability of the Snapdragon processor, but here Samsung's Hummingbird processor is going to offer up a fairly respectable benchmark number here that we've seen in line with NVIDIA's Tegra 2 dual-core handset processor with its excellent graphics core. And so impressive numbers put out by the Droid Charge with its Hummingbird processor under the hood, 56.9 frames per second, which is again a very respectable score in this benchmark. Stop by our site for the full review with all the benchmark numbers, including excellent performance on Verizon's 4G LTE network. I'm Dave Altavilla for Hot Hardware. This has been a look at the Samsung Droid Charge for Verizon Wireless. Thanks for stopping by.